Hi all. Wanted to go through a simple walkthrough of an inside of a laptop. This is actually my personal laptop. I already have a video of the M.2 card that I replaced. I took out the M.2 serial, put in an M.2 PCI. It's actually the same slot. I can show you that. I've already upgraded memory in here. I've purchased a second stick of memory, so now I have two. So this laptop's running in dual channel. I have a video coming or out now about the memory in this, how to take it out, how to put it in, showing the differences. In here, I wanted to walk through it so that if you're new to computer repair, troubleshooting, upgrading, doing this at home, maybe you're an IT professional and you're doing this at your job, but you work on towers and you need to work on a laptop because it's 2020, world's changing. Webinars, all kinds of things out there now that you may need to have this laptop design set up just to have the webcam, audio, all those type of things that, for security features, you can control who has access and who's broadcasting your business. That is still a factor out there. You don't want everybody in the world, chatting up to whoever they want. Salesmen, they're all just trying to get your info so they can sell you stuff. All the telemarketers, all the craziness is, I'm sure, gonna go that way pretty soon. All that Zoom stuff, all that stuff, they're gonna find a way that if you have a Zoom account, they're gonna be Zooming you. So, wanted to go through the basics. You got your CPU fan that generates the airflow, keep your fan cool, keep your motherboard cool. This one has a big internal battery. This one actually has the second bay for the 2.5 hard drive. Only problem is I put the solid state drive in, it gets really, really hot because solid state drives are hotter. They run hotter. That's another factor when you're looking at laptops. I've seen online where if you have the CD-ROM, you could take the CD-ROM tray out. They make a special enclosure that will hold a 2.5 hard drive that you can snap in, put it back in, so you can add a secondary drive. I have some of the older mechanical drives that I could actually put back in here that would run cooler, but I opted to basically stick with the M.2 because of the speed. That way all my data and stuff is on the faster drive. I will just use a simple USB drive for a backup. I will cover more backup and more data safety recovery type of stuff later. I will have more videos out on that. But I wanted to cover a lot of the basics of what's inside. Wanted someone to actually be able to see what's inside of a laptop, because it's not every day that someone gets in those. Most laptops, I would say, are disposable. They're not really designed to be upgraded and carried on for a long time. Basically, when you buy it, the boards are designed specifically for this kind of a laptop. This board is not interchangeable with another kind of laptop. They're designed differently. The battery placements, the wires, everything's designed exactly for this laptop. That's one of the key factors. I'm sure a lot of people already know this information, but I'm sure there's also a lot of people out there that don't know this information. There's a lot of people out there that are now getting into a work environment at home that don't know this information. Because I'm sure everybody out there uses their laptop now for their own personal uses. Now that it's 2020, pandemic, all this craziness going on in the world, things are changing. You may need to know this information that I am putting out. So I decided to cover this aspect. I just did my video on the memory on this. How to upgrade memory, how to replace memory, how to take out memory. I will also have a video on memory secrets. What that coding means on that memory stick. What all that writing means. All this writing means. It all means something. It's something important. But basically, in the computer, you have your speaker that'll be located in there most of the time. These are actually the speakers that broadcast out your stereo style quality speakers. They'll be in different places due to different computer makes and models. A lot of them are in the back or in the side. You have, video cable. You have, all your ports. Wanted everybody to actually see what is involved inside. On the inner side of this is your keyboard. Those all pop out in different ways. If you want to know how to take apart your exact computer, do your homework. Go online. Research it. Manufacturer. I think that will cover most of what I wanted to cover on the laptop, because I will have so much information out. I know I'm overlapping on a lot of this, but if you're new to this or something new comes up for you, even as an IT experienced person, you may come across something and go, oh, I've never worked on that, or I've never opened up a laptop, because most of these, like I say, I would consider them a disposable unit. You use them for so many years. After they quit working, they quit doing what you need, you go out and you buy a new one. Towers are a little different. Towers you can upgrade and change because they're more universal. These are not. These can get really difficult to do work on. As you can see, there's no way for you to put a video card in this. What you've got is pretty much what you got. There's no way you're going to go out and buy a new 3090 video card and stick it in you. I mean, 3090 video card is way bigger than this thing anyways. Just as a factor, want to point that out. Because sometimes you're in a work environment, home environment, and you think, man, I need to do this. It won't work. I want you to actually physically see what you have. Not like the tower where you have your expansion cards that go into the back that you can, add your video card, PCI cards, ACE video cards, sound cards. This is a small form factor. So this one does not have a lot. Already, I think I've covered a lot of the basics on the computer. Again, if you're looking at doing something with your computer, do your homework. Double check. Open her up, because here's the factor that a lot of people are afraid of. If you don't open her up to look, you don't know what you really have. Not to mention, if you buy the memory, or you buy a hard drive, or buy an M.2 to replace a SATA one, you're going to have to open it to put it back. You're going to have to open it to put it in. So, you might as well take your time, open it, make sure you have all your right components in here that you're going to need before you go out and spend $80, $100, $300 on an item, and then it don't work. Because the other factor is you buy something, a lot of places now charge you a restocking fee. You have to pay for the shipping to send it back. You know, there's a lot of factors that come involved where if you bought an $80 item, it could cost you 30 or 40 bucks to send that thing back. I don't want you to do that. I want you to actually know what you have will work before you order it. Put it in there. So that way, if you have a problem, you can also troubleshoot. You know, if you change this card, where to go back to look. Because a lot of the shops, a lot of places, really people don't know what they're doing. They may have certifications, they may have training, but every one of these are different. I want to point that out. Every one of these are different. Every make, every model, every manufacturer, they're different. That's why I say go back and do your homework, because you might think you can use a PCI SATA card or whatever in your unit. May not have an M.2 port, may have an M.2 port, and not support SATA, may not support PCI. So as for this configuration, please do your homework, double check, pop her open, check, see what you got in there, double check, triple check, whatever you got to do. Make sure you look at it. Hopefully this helps with you actually being able to see the internals of an actual laptop. You will see it looks pretty funny compared to the tower. That's really one of the key points I want to press, because I've worked on a lot of people's laptops because basically they just get scared. They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know, because form factors are different from here to here and from this one to that one, and so on and so on. I know I've repeated that quite a few times, but it is a major important factor in laptop work. Other major factor in laptop work is take your time, go slow. There'll be little screws that come out. You want to make sure you put them in a nice secure location. Make sure you have them secure. Make sure you know where they came from. There's websites out there. There's other people on YouTube that are doing videos that actually sell mats and stuff like that, that you can lay them out, and there's like a little picture on them and you can lay them out and stuff. You know, you can draw a little piece of paper if you need to and mark it and put the screws on there. You know, basically there's a lot of people doing that type of stuff, but you want to make sure you keep account of what goes where, because there may be 2 or 3 different sizes of screws. If you find a good site information, your homework location, maybe like the manufacturer that tells you how to take that panel off. Usually they tell you this is a short screw, this is a long screw, you know, screw styles or numbers, so you know. Just, you know, do your homework, take it slow, take it easy, but make sure, please make sure you have what you think you have in front of you. Because I'm sure once you open your computer, you're going to see it's nothing like the one I'm showing you. Alrighty, thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Thank you.